Hey, what's up guys? John the Pilot. I'm actually at a Toyota dealership because I just wanted to check out to see what the heartbeat was going on for these Grand Highlanders. I was actually very surprised what I found here in Jacksonville, Florida at a local dealer right down the street from me. Well, kind of down the street from me, about maybe 19-20 minutes. But they're starting to pile up. There's only one Grand Highlander that had the hybrid option in it, and it's sold, but it's amazing how many other options for just the 2.4 turbo engine with the 8-speed transmission. There's a lot piling up here. Very, very interesting. So let's go check it out. When you get to a car dealership, take a walk around the lot before you talk to any car salesman so you know what's going on with inventory so that you don't get played. I don't know if you guys understand that these things are stacking up and people, they're not flying off the shelves by what I can see, because there's well over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This is by far the most Grand Highlanders that I have seen. And this is just in my neighborhood. So let's see what the price is. Here we go. There was a Platinum here. All-wheel drive. It's X Series. Take a look. There we go. So 57, 661. It's just a turbo 4-cylinder. I'm willing to bet that you can come down pretty good on these prices. It's got the XP package. There we go. Here's a Platinum. 60,846. This is the 8-speed. Interesting. Let's see if I can find a hybrid. The hybrids are harder to find. Another limited XLE in the same color that me and my wife have. So this one's 49,478. I'm sure that they could do a deal on this. This is a 4-wheel drive XLE. That's kind of rare to find. But as you can see, guys, if you hold out and you negotiate and you know exactly what the price you want, there's a really good chance that you can get these well below MSRP. And if you shop around, you can find a loan depending on your credit score. We got 5.89 if I remember correctly. These are things to think about. The economy is definitely slowing down. There's another X Series Limited. That's a 2-wheel drive, 57. They want an addendum on this one. So 57,000. Their addendum's actually not that bad. 58,558. I'm pretty sure that you can wipe this off and you can even negotiate to get this down below. But once again, it's all about holding out, making sure you know exactly what you want. Be very particular about what you need for your car. And then you could always go later on and say, well, I'm just gonna shop around. Never ever show desperation at a car dealership. So another thing, I can tell these have been sitting for a while because I just walked in between the cars and a spider web just got me. So I know spiders can make them real fast, but that means these things are probably gonna be sitting here for a few more days. If you're looking for new Tacomas, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these are starting to pile up too. You know, for a new style vehicle with a Grand Highlander over there and also with the Tacomas, I'm 100% convinced that things are definitely slowing down. So this one's got a hood scoop. Let's see how much the prices are on these things. I've never really checked them out. I got a 2018. Yeah, man, 48,000 bucks. Got an iForce Tour. It's probably the same engine, I bet, that's inside of that Grand Highlander. And I'm almost willing to bet a real similar transmission. This is a 4x2. This is a TRD off-road. Thank God they moved over to BF Goodrich, because mine came with the Goodyears, and the Goodyear tire, for whatever reason, was absolute garbage that was put on the 3rd gen Tacomas when you bought them out the door. It was really bad. The shaking was horrible. I took them to a tire place multiple times to try to get them balanced. Never worked out. The BF Goodriches have been great on my truck, and I've got a video on that. And now the BF Goodriches that they're actually putting on a stock TRD Tacoma, I'm sure is gonna be freaking phenomenal. So here you go, here's a TRD. This is a 4x4 double cab. This one's at 52,519. The one thing I'm seeing, it's real interesting now, I'm not seeing too many addendum stickers. So I'm pretty sure now if the addendum stickers are going away, you can definitely negotiate even further down below MSRP. So you just got to have all your ducks in a row. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. A lot of Grand Highlanders. So don't believe the hype about what any dealer's saying, or it's coming to, oh, here's another one. I just found another Grand Highlander over here. Whatever you do not believe the hype about these cars being in such high demand, and don't pay any addendums. I know other people are out there in other states talking about how the dealers won't budge. I know it's tough, but if you guys can travel. Oh, this one's sold. Okay, somebody actually bought one. That's pretty cool. I'm not gonna touch it out of respect to their new purchase. I know how that feels, but I just wanted to see what they bought. Oh, they got the hybrid. The hybrids are probably a little bit harder to come by. This is the only one that I could see on the lot. It's already sold, but I'm gonna tell you this, man, if they're stacking up on the original ones and they're probably not getting addendum prices, the truth of the matter is the hybrid's gonna happen to be the same way. So if you're looking for the hybrid, and the hybrid doesn't really do much for you on gas mileage to my understanding, but you get more power, I would hang on, I would wait, give it 6 months if you can, unless if you really need the Grand Highlander real bad, but you're probably gonna be able to get a really, really good deal. So that's what I would do. I would just hold on. Oh, another quick mention here. There's actually one Sequoia on the lot. That's the only one I could find. And, you know, I like it. I like the way it looks, but the Sequoia itself is probably better. I mean, it's built on the truck. It looks like the Tundra. But as far as the cargo space in the back with a third row, as you could tell by one of my previous videos, it's not that impressive, to be honest. And it's not that impressive, too, for being almost 80,000 bucks. They're going to have to drop the price on that thing. I don't know. If you got the money, go ahead. Whatever floats your boat. All right, here I am, too. This is the same dealership. Look at all the Tundras. I mean, maybe you guys can count how many Tundras, but the Tundras go all the way down there. You know, just for the grins of it, I'm gonna go ahead and just look at a very plain Jane Tundra and see how much it costs. So that one's got the IMAX. That one's gonna be expensive. It looked plain Jane at first, but it's not. So here we go. These two look pretty plain Jane. I don't even know what the trim package on them is. Let's take a look. So this Tundra, I mean, 60,000 bucks. Well, it's a 4x4, so it's got a little bit more oomph to it, and it's got the stuff going on. I mean, it does not have the iForce Max. It's just the twin turbo, but it's got 389 horsepower. What I'm saying is like 60,000 bucks, and what they're trying to do, they're adding about $2,000. They're adding about $2,000 to addendum on. I'm gonna go ahead and say right now, if you want to buy a Tundra, you could probably negotiate for sure 0 addendum, and also well below MSRP. And I don't know if these things are stacking up because there's been problems in the past and people are freaked out about the turbos. I think Toyota has actually corrected that, but I think number one you're dealing with is these things are stupid expensive. They used to be a working man's truck, and I don't know what the heck's going on here, if it's the inflation. It probably is. But I think car dealers themselves are just having issues with trying to figure out how to meet the price demand and with what's happening with the current market. And especially with the latest interest rate report, they're not lowering it for some time because the Fed has figured out that interest rates themselves haven't been doing too much for the actual inflation of what's been going on. What I intend to do later on is I'm gonna be in the market for a Tundra. I know there'll probably be some comments below talking about how you should probably get a Ford or something like that. Me personally, I've had really good luck with Toyotas, and I also love the quality of the vehicles. I'm going to continue to keep documenting the Grand Highlander. It's the first year it's come out, so I'm sure there's going to be issues with it. That way you guys know, you know what to look for. But I'm also going to document when I do eventually go for a Tundra, the buying process, so everybody knows what's happening, and I'm going to give a legit, honest opinion of what's happening so that you guys can use that and be armed with that. So something to think about. God, man, I can't believe those are all new Tundras. My gosh. Whew. Well, to be honest, I guess that's good news for me because I want a deal. One last shot of all the Grand Highlanders, all brand new, stacking up. I guess white's a pretty popular color, and looks like there's a pearl. And the Tacomas are gonna start stacking up too. I went and showed those. Looks like people, oh no, there's a bunch of Camrys. If you're in the mood for a Camry, whatever floats your boat. Cars are starting to stack up, so something to think about. So here we go. This is a 1794 edition. Speaking more on Tundras, so 80,610 bucks. I mean, it's got the brown leather interior in there, but God, man, these things are so expensive. And then, you know, when you throw on top of it a freaking 7 or 8% loan, I don't know how people are affording these unless they got cash. I don't know, if you can afford one of these cash, let me know what you're doing, because obviously I'm doing the wrong thing. I might need to do a career switch. Okay, so I just talked to one of the car salesmen there, and I asked the standard questions like, man, you know, hey, you got those things piling up. Are you guys, you know, still charging that addendum? And, you know, he kind of did the back and forth thing, and he's like, hey, man, if I take $5,000 off it, would you buy it today? You know, so that's interesting, because if they're starting to say that they'll take money right off the bat in order for me to walk away with a car there, you know, and I was talking about Tundras, just to be fair. I said, well, you know, quite frankly, I don't know if that's a good deal, because I've just been looking. I haven't been shopping around. I haven't been willing to see what other dealers all over the place are willing to do. So that's a sign. You know, I said, man, these things are starting to pile up. He's like, well, would you be surprised we sell 60 cars a day? I'm like, yeah, maybe, you know, maybe you do. However, I'm going to tell you right now, if you sold 60 Tundras a day, they wouldn't be piling up like that. And then I said too, there's a tons of dust on them over there. So one thing is, when you go in, you cannot listen to what somebody says at the dealership. You have to look at the actual, what your eyes see, right? So it's like, I learned this from being a cop. If somebody's punching you in the face and they're saying, I love you, are you going to believe that they love you, or are you going to believe that they want to kick your butt because you're getting punched in the face? So that's a factor. There are tons of Tundras sitting on the slot. They are not moving. So therefore, I'm pretty sure if I did my research and I found out exactly what I wanted, and I said, bang, 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 I'm only willing to pay this, you guys got to figure it out. I'm pretty sure I could get that deal. So another thing too, on the back side of it, I go figure out my own financing. Maybe Toyota might offer something, or maybe they may have a deal at the actual dealership, because dealerships use other banks, and what they do, they get kickbacks from those banks in order to secure car loans. So those are the things you want to consider as well. But anyway, just a little taste of what's going on in the Jacksonville car market, specifically Toyotas. And John the Pilot, see ya.